2021 was a tough year for many, and you may be looking to tighten up the budget to start this year off on the right foot financially. Tony Waltz with Town & Country Credit Union is here with 4 money tips to try in the new year. So welcome, Tony.
Thanks for having me again.
So what is the best way to get a realistic budget?
Well, I think one of the toughest things, and even I struggle with this too, is getting a realistic budget. And now with the inflation, every time you go to the grocery store, go get gas, it seems like it's more and more. So I think this is one of the toughest parts for me too, and a lot of people, is putting together a realistic budget. If you have $100 for groceries, it may be 120, So try to get a realistic budget so when you're coming up short, you kind of know why, and you kind of get some hard numbers so you have a better grasp on kind of what your bills are and what's going out. I think that's one of the toughest things people struggle with.
And so now, can you give us an update on the rates? What are you hearing?
Well, it sounds like the Fed, and again, disclaimer, we don't know what rates are going to do, but it's looking like, rates are going to go up because they've been low for so long. So I would say this is the time to look at that home loan refinance, look at that auto loan refinance. Just take a look at where you're at for your rates, because I think we might be running out of time for some of these really, really good rates. So it doesn't hurt to reach out to your loan officer and kind of see what's out there. And I always say if we can save you some money, great. If not, at least you know where you're sitting. It never hurts to double check.
And reviewing monthly budgets is important. So are there any bills that you can see that could be easily cut from a budget when you're meeting with people? Yeah,
I think when you look at your budget, you can see maybe some streaming services. Are you really using that gym membership? Some things like that. Just going through kind of line by line on the budget to see where you're at. Because it does make a difference. And if you can save $50 a month, that's $600 a year. So if you can go down, and I know New Year, everybody wants to, hit the gym and get their finances straight and all that fun stuff, me included. But, it's a struggle. But if you go through line by line and just take one thing at a time and get that realistic budget, especially with inflation, things are a little bit more expensive than before. So just get a good grasp on the numbers.
Wonderful. And now, do you have any suggestions if people can't make ends meet?
Yep, I think we've all been there where, you might have more debt than you want and things are getting tight. So there's two sides of the coin. One, you refinance, get some of those things, consolidate some things, get rid of some things you're not using. On the other side of the coin, if you drive down the street, you see about 15 help wanted signs. That side hustle, get kind of that second job, even 10 or 15 hours a week, making $15 an hour can go a long way to evening out that budget, maybe paying down some of that credit card debt. I've always been a great big fan of kind of the second part-time fun job and doing that, because sometimes you have to. Sometimes numbers don't add up, and you take that second job for 10, 15, 20 hours a week, and you can really, really make a big difference on the overall debt that you have, or just that freedom of having a little extra cash for vacations or whatever.
And you seem very well versed in this. So what's your background? How long have you been doing this at Town & Country?
Well, I've been at Town & Country for 5 years in my current position. I've been with credit unions for 10, and before that I did home financing for 10. So about 20 years in finance. Was at Morgan State, got a degree in economics from Morgan State. So I love working with people. I would encourage you to reach out to any of our branches, loan officers. I'm at 52nd. And reach out and just sit down with the loan officer, financial services officer, and just see where you're at. And if you can save some money, that's fantastic.
Wonderful. Thanks so much. So the best way to reach out to you, that brand new building on 52nd Avenue.
We've been there a while.
Okay.
Yep. There's another one out there too. That's a little bit newer, but
gotcha.
Townandcountry.org. You can apply right online to any of our branches, and or you can call in and make an appointment with one of our loan officers or branch managers to take a look at your finances and go from there. But yeah, I think time's kind of running out for these low rates. My own opinion. And I would encourage everybody just to check it out and see where you're at.
Well, thank you so much for your time. So still ahead, our Sanford Health pediatrician is in with how to deal with dry skin and eczema during the dry winter months.